Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank. Busey, your dream, our promise. You're watching Spotlight, and today I'm joined by Jeffrey Cass and Paige Madison of Brightside Theatre. So welcome.
Thank you.
We're excited always to hear about your productions because they're pretty amazing. I just have to say that.
Thank you.
So I'm going to start with you, Jeffrey, though. Tell us a little bit of background about Brightside Theatre.
Yeah, absolutely. So Brightside Theatre is Naperville's only professional theater company performing in the heart of the downtown Naperville district. We perform at the Miley Swallow Theatre at North Central College, which is a beautiful three-quarter thrust stage with seating on three sides. And I think the furthest you can be from the stage is probably about 30 feet. So everybody has a really great seat, and the show just kind of envelops you as you watch it.
Yeah, you sort of feel like, having been there, you feel like you're a part of the show.
Yeah,
it's almost like you're right in there. So yeah, I love that part about it. Paige, talk a little bit about your involvement with Brightside and kind of where you are in your career development.
Well, I actually auditioned because my friends saw they were doing Hairspray, and I know that's my favorite show. And so I got this little screenshot of the audition notice, and they're like, "You have to go audition." And I was like, "Okay." So I did, and I'm from Indiana. So I got a hotel room in Naperville, and I came down, and I fell in love with the atmosphere. The dance audition was probably the most fun I've ever had in a 2-hour span. It was so great. And then later that week I got the call, and I got the part. So it was really exciting. But this is my first professional show not in my hometown.
Okay.
So I'm really excited.
Well, and you're coming all the way from Indiana. I think that's great.
Absolutely.
Look at us go.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, Jeffrey, talk, because Paige mentioned it's Hairspray.
It is Hairspray, the musical, yep.
And this time you're on stage as opposed to directing.
I am.
So talk
I'm
a little
still
bit about
co-directing because I can't give it up completely.
Okay.
But I am playing Edna, the iconic role that was made by Harvey Fierstein, and in the movie version, John Travolta played the role. So it is a first for me, changing gender for a role, so that's been a huge learning experience. And thank
you
God.
have a much better appreciation for women now, right?
So much.
Yes. The nylons, the heels, all of that.
Yes.
Right?
I'm like, open-toed heels. Why? Your toe goes through and it hurts. I don't understand. So the costume fittings have been interesting. And we've had a couple sessions of just working with a makeup artist to kind of contour the face to make it more feminine than masculine, and then starting working with wigs and stuff like that to really build the character, to help me find her, because I have to lose my normal self completely, more so than I probably had to have in any other role. So it's been a great challenge.
That's nice, right, though, because that stretches you.
Yeah, it does. And the part's so beautifully written. I mean, we were talking early on in the rehearsals about how well written this show is, that everybody has a great journey, and Tracy is pretty much the one that is pushing everyone to be better and to be them better selves and to do what's right. And it's a beautiful part that Edna gets to play, and then Motormouth gets to play, and all the other characters as they find their changes through Tracy's journey.
Yeah, I love that show. I mean, I think it is.
Yeah.
And the music's so upbeat, and it's just,
it's catchy, it makes you feel good.
Yeah, but I think, so now, has this been the most challenging production that you have done for makeup and costuming?
For me personally, yeah. For Brightside, I think we've had others that have required more makeup across characters. This is by far the biggest wig show we've ever had. We have somebody that's maintaining, I think, 49 different wigs for the production.
Wow.
And we have a cast of 27, which is the largest that we've ever had. And we have a full 8-piece orchestra of live musicians that'll be playing every night. So
wow, that's incredible.
Big production.
Yeah, that is a big production. Where is the orchestra going?
Yeah, so we have a separate room that's up one level from the stage, and they all cramped in there, and all 8 of them, and then we pipe the music in and mix it with the vocals so that we can have really great control of being able to always hear us and not be overpowered by the orchestra.
Wonderful. That's exciting.
And there's no place to fit them on stage.
No, I was just going to say, I was trying to think about where would they be.
Yeah.
Now, Paige, talk about this. This is an iconic role, obviously, right? So talk a little bit about it and your experience with it.
Well, first of all, I love Tracy so much. I think she's like a big sunshine ray wherever she goes, and I think that's great, but it is kind of scary doing a role that's so iconic, and especially the original production. She's got that character voice that everybody expects, but it's really fun to bring myself to it and make her more of a real person, and just, I don't know, kind of be myself through Tracy. That sounds kind of crazy, but it's just so beautiful.
Good.
And
What's
it's so
your
much
challenge?
fun.
What's been the biggest challenge for you?
Oh my. Singing and dancing at the same time without looking tired. Oh my gosh. I'm like out of breath after the first dance move and you can't stop the beat. It's insane.
Yeah,
but
it's a very, that's a high endurance show,
It
right?
is.
exactly. I've got to get on that treadmill, sing while I'm running and get that endurance up for it.
Okay. Now talk a little bit, Jeffrey, in terms of what, if I'm coming, which I will, if I'm coming to the show, what is the thing that you want me as the audience member to just most appreciate or be expecting?
Yeah, I think what you'll probably most appreciate is the talent that's going to be on the stage. I mean, we have an incredible cast. Our choreographer is just incredibly gifted with dancing our butts off. I had my first dance rehearsal the other night and I thought I was going to pass out by the end of it. And I'm like, I'm not even in the heels yet or the makeup or the wig. And I'm like sweating from head to toe. But I think it's just going to be a lot of high energy and a great place to just kind of go and just relax and kind of forget what's happening on the outside and just have a good time with us, you know, and just feel good, you know, and it's a feel-good story, right? And something we can all relate to. She's, you know, Tracy's judged by the way she looks, and who hasn't been judged by the way she looks, or he looks? And you know, she has a great. I bring this up a lot with you, but she has a great lyric that she says in the second act, like, I'm just going to have some breakfast and change the world, and it's how she sees it. Like it's like
it's that easy.
It's that easy. If I put it out there, it'll change, right?
Yeah.
And
that's a very positive message. Something we could all benefit from.
Exactly. It's at the right time, and it's interesting because the show is like came out in 2002, and here I think it's more relevant today than it was when it first came out. So I'm excited about that too, and having it play now. In where we are now as a country and as a community.
That's great. That's great. Well, you certainly seem enthusiastic, so I think you're ready. As we wrap up, talk a little bit about, I know you've just made an announcement about your next season. We haven't seen Hairspray yet, but what's coming up next?
Yeah, so we just announced next season, which is going to be Schemers and Dreamers, or Dreamers and Schemers. And we are going to be doing 3 shows again. We're going to start with Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And we're going to do it very much in the biblical, like the Donny Osmond version.
Love it.
And then we are going to do Vanya, Sonia, Masha, and Spike, which is this hilarious comedy of 4 siblings that have to kind of deal with the house that the parents have left behind. And as you know, when you have siblings, things can get a little out of hand.
Yes.
And as the audience, we get to benefit from the hilarity of it. And then we'll wrap up next season with a musical version of the movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Wow. Well, that sounds amazing, right? Yeah. I'm always fascinated. I love the fact that you always have a theme, and then you always, which I think is really interesting. It gives focus to your season, right?
It does,
but always very fascinating shows.
Yeah, and the kids show is going to be Fame Junior, which we're going to actually start with them this summer with summer camp at the end of June. So,
coming right up.
Yeah, coming right up.
Well, listen, I wish you all the best. I'm sure you're going to be a wonderful Tracy and Edna. I'm sure it's going to be tremendous. If you would like to find out more about Brightside Theatre or to purchase tickets to see Hairspray, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay with us. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.